Okay, so today we're gonna see another block called go to X and Y position. Okay, so this particular block falls under same as motion category, and also it falls under a type called stack. Stack means you can attach any block on the top of this and on the bottom of this. Okay, so now let's say when you use a move block, right? When you use a move block, let's say move 5 steps, that means you are moving your cat from here 5 step from here to here. Okay, so you are saying that okay, move my cat five steps. So this is for a move block. Now this particular block, you can decide the position of your sprite anywhere on your stage by X and Y value. So what is X and Y value? Okay, so when you develop a game, you can develop in a two environment, right? So you can develop in a 2D environment and also called 3D environment. So in the 2D environment, you have, let's say, your cat or your ball, right, or any other sprite on your stage. You want to specify a location on your stage, right? So you can define by X value and Y value, right, in a 2D. Now in the 3D environment, you can specify that position of the sprite by X, Y and Z value. Okay, so this is the difference between 2D and 3D. So in a Scratch, let's first look at the 2D environment, right? So we have, right, so as you can see on this particular square, you have x-axis here. Okay, so this entire line is x-axis, and this is a y. The entire vertical line is the y-axis. Okay, the center of the screen is x equal to 0, and okay, so this is the center of the screen, right? So x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, right? So this is the center point. Okay, so when you say go, if you have a cat on your stage and you say go to x equal to 0, y equal to 0, your cat will appear on the center of the stage. Okay, now let's first concentrate on this x-axis and y-axis. So if you go to the right direction of x, all numbers will be positive. Okay, if you go to the left side of the x-axis, the number will be negative. Okay, so -1, -2, -3, okay, and etc. Now if you go up to the y-axis, your value will be positive. If you go bottom of the y-axis, your value will be negative. Sorry, right? So value will be negative. So here you okay. So this is how the x-axis and y-axis works. Now let's say, for example, you want to place your sprite on this particular location, on this particular point. Okay, so what is the x value for that point, and what is the y value? As you can see, there is a line, right? So x equal to, so I'm going to just write it here. So x equal to 100 and y equal to 100. So right, so this is x value and this is y value, right? So now as you can see, you can, when you specify that okay, this value here is 200 and this value here 200, your cat will move to this particular point. Okay, so in your 2D stage, you can identify a location of your sprite, or you can set. Okay, so you can make your sprite go to the very specific point on your stage. Okay, so let's say take an example. We can let's say you want to move your sprite toward on this particular point, right? So you can draw a line from here to here, right? So around minus 100, so let's say around 150. So I'm going to say x and y, and I'm going to say x equal to what, negative 150, and y equal to around let's say 100, and y is positive, right? So 180. Okay, so if you specify this x and y value go to bracket, your cat will move to this particular point. Okay, now I want to explain another thing, is that if you have seen this particular thing, let me draw this small stage here. This is and then this is your x-axis, and this is your y-axis. So as I said, the center is x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. Okay, so this is your positive, this is your negative x, this is your positive, the upside is positive y, and the bottom side is negative y. So if your sprite is around here, then your x is positive and y is positive. If your sprite is in this particular section, anywhere in here, your x is always going to be negative and your y is going to be positive. If your sprite anywhere in this particular area, your x is going to be always negative, and your y is always going to be negative too, right? And in this area, I'm sure you guys guessed it now, that x is going to be positive and y is going to be negative, right? So this is a simple way to identify x and y position, and whether the x is positive or negative, or y is positive or y is negative. So I hope this clears the x-axis and y-axis in the 2D environment. And we will go in a much detail about 3D, but not right now, in the future videos for sure. Okay, and another thing I forgot to mention here is that on your stage you can see the x right now, the maximum x you can go is 240, right, positive, and the on this side x can go up to minus 40 maximum. Here the y can go to 180 max, and y can go to minus 180 max. Okay, so yeah, I hope I mean I didn't confuse you, but let's jump into the practical so we learn more, and I think it will clear any confusion you have. Okay, so thanks for watching, and see you in a practical. Okay, so let's do some practical, and I have this default project, and I replace my cat with this ball in this particular practical. So, and also let's add, if you can go to, I want to change my backdrop now, so I'm going to go and click here, and you click on others, and then I'm going to select this particular x and y grid background. Okay, so as soon as I do that, you can see in the back the background is with x and y. Okay, so now, as you know, it will help us to decide and kind of know where our sprite is. Okay, so now I'm going to select my sprite again to work on it, and I'm going to drag this block called go to x and y direction. So now I'm going to maximize so you can see better. So this particular block, as we saw, that you can move around. Okay, and sorry, but I forgot to include another one. You can see in the bottom it's called Exposition, so you can check this box. Now you can see the basketball X position you can see on your stage, and the Y position also, so you can see X and Y position. So if you just let me if I can see make it bigger. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going, if as soon as you grab this ball, and yes, as you move, you can see now x and y position, it shows you on the screen, okay, on your stage, sorry. So now I told you, right? So the ball, if the ball is under this section, the x and y position are positive, right? So this is x and this is y, okay. Now if the ball is under this section, the x is positive and y is negative, as you can see here, right? So right now if I move a ball here in this particular section, the x is negative and y is also negative. And if I move this ball into this section, as you can see, x is negative and y is positive, okay. So now this is a very helpful x and y property which you can display on your stage. Now let's say if the ball is right now pointing here, now I want to move this ball into this area somewhere. So now you know that this area, the x and y position are positive, okay. So how do you find the, let's say right now my mouse pointer is here, right? So how do you find x and y? So as you can see here, see on the bottom, x equal to 1, x and y value. So this is your mouse point. See, this is your mouse pointer. As you move your mouse, it's changing x and y value. So if I want to move my sprite into specific this location, it says x equal to 149 and y equal to 108. So I'm going to change this value 149, x equal to, and y equal to 108. Now as soon as I double click this block, my ball will jump, right away. It will jump without any animation, okay. It will jump to this very specific location called x equal to 149 and y equal to 108. Now if I want to move this ball somewhere around this area, okay, I'm right now dragging, right? So if I want to move somewhere around here, from here, so if I want to move here, I know that x and y value in this particular section is negative. So let's find out. So this is this very specific position, minus 150 and minus 71. So x equal to minus 150 and negative 71, right? So if I double click this block again, right away, right, so ball will move. Now there's another very important point I want to explain here, that see the ball is bigger, right? So you will ask a question saying that, so the x equal to is here or here or here or here, right? So every sprite, okay, the position is always at the center of the sprite, okay. So for the ball, that's why I picked the ball as a sprite, to explain it little. It's very easier to understand. So the x and y position is on the center of the ball, okay. But let's say if I pick I'm going to pick some another bigger sprite. So let's say I'm going to pick this particular cake, okay. So okay, so yeah, okay. So this particular also this sprite, right? So where is the x and y position for this cake, right? So it is always, so if you see right now my cake is selected. If I put this my sprite here, right? Okay, let's go, right? So x equal to 100 and okay, but now as you can see, right, this x and y position on the stage is for the ball, okay. So I have to add the variable x and y. I have to select for ball, the cake as well, and y equal to cake. So now the cake x position is 123 and cake y position is 97, right? So it is from the center of the cake, okay. Make sure that you understand, it's very important. So if I move cake here, the center of the cake is somewhere around here, is called x equal to 108, okay. So it's around right there, okay, and y equal to negative 76, which is around here somewhere. So it's center of the cake, okay. In a next couple of tutorial, we'll see how we can use this particular block in a real application. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in future videos.